I'm here with Todd Wells at the U.S. Mountain Bike Nationals in Sun Valley, Idaho. Todd, you were recently named to the U.S. Olympic team, and you're about to be heading into your third Olympic Games. How does that feel?
It's very exciting. I'm honored to get the discretionary nomination, and I'm really excited. I had my best international race ever last weekend in Wyndham, New York, fourth place. So I feel like things are finally coming together for me.
Great. Do you think things will be any different this time around with the Olympics being in an English-speaking country? Will that make it easier for you?
I think it definitely will. This Olympics will have the least amount of time zones we've had to change. It'll be the most similar to the U.S. They are English-speaking. The weather is similar to, say, like the East Coast we had last weekend. There's a lot of trees, it's humid, it'll probably be pretty warm, it might rain, so I think all those things are very similar. Beijing was pretty different, and then Athens, it was really hot, and just a completely different area.
Have you had a chance to ride the course at the Olympics?
I did have a chance to ride the course at the Olympics last year. They had a training day after the Dalby World Cup, so I went down there, got a few laps, and got the general idea of the course. It's very fast, and I feel like they did a good job. It's pretty much just a wide open field on a hillside, and what they did was they brought in a lot of big stones to add some technical features. I think there's maybe 10 sections with different A, B, and C lines. They put down crushed gravel over the whole course in case it does rain. It's not going to turn to complete mud. And when I had ridden it, it had been pretty manicured because they had just finished building it. But since then they left it, and it's become more natural. From what I've heard, they had a test event and another training day on the course, and so.
Do you think it's the kind of course where the leaders are going to stay together, or do you think it's going to split up based on your many years of experience at racing at that level?
I think that there's a good chance you'll see groups together. I feel like it's similar to the Madrid World Cup course in that it's really high speed. It doesn't have quite as much drafting, but it's relatively flat compared to some of the courses we race. And since it is so hard packed, the speed is high, and when it's like that, groups stay together. On top of that, so many guys have been riding well this year, and everyone's going to be in their best condition for the race. So I expect to see some sprint finishes for at least one or two of the medal positions.
Great. Last question for you. Going into this Olympics, now that you've had two before you, what has experience taught you in your past Olympics that might help you out this time around?
Yeah, well, for one thing, it's I won't be so overwhelmed as in my first games. And another thing is I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I'm going to do everything I can to have the best result, but it's not going to be the end of the world if it doesn't happen. One thing that's different this time around, I won't be staying in the Olympic Village. I'll be staying with the specialized team at the venue. It's about an hour commute each direction, and the Olympic Village is really cool, and it's an amazing experience, but it just adds to the whole build-up of the Olympics, and I'll be happy to stay away from that this time.
Makes sense, especially with mountain bikes being on the last day of the Olympics.
Exactly. Like I said, it's a really cool thing, but for me, I've done it before, and now I just want to totally focus on the race.
Great. Well, congratulations on making the team, and thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.